Hey, the uni applications, it's on. What's up? It's a culture detective here investigating your favorite albums. And today I'm going to be doing my second review of the day, and that would be the new Jockstrap album, I Love You, Jennifer B. Someone turned off the aircon again. Fuck. So, okay, it's really hot. Oh my god. So, Jockstrap is a UK art pop duo, and the female lead or the female member of Jockstrap is actually none other than Georgia Ellery from the band Black Country New Road. And together we have Jockstrap, and they offer some real creative and progressive and weird blends of art pop and electronic music on this album, making it one of the most refreshing listens of the year for me. So we have the album opener Neon, which has a quiet acoustic guitar intro, kind of moody, kind of slow, but then it sort of explodes into this very disembodying, noisy chunk with nocturnal faint vocals and crispy drums. The production is really clean, it's very HD, and as the track progresses, it gets more and more and more overblown. It is a really interesting way to open off the album. That is followed with Jennifer B, which is chaotic, noisy, messy, and very esoteric. We have these random samples here and there, some angelic vocals, muffled squeaking. This track sounds like 3, 4 songs stacked together, playing at the same time, and it's definitely very inaccessible, but also not very great in my opinion. But we are hit with a banger for the next track, Greatest Hits, which is kind of a laid back synth pop banger. It's easily the most accessible track here. We got some bubbly, cool keyboards and synths. The high passed bridges, the rhythm breakdowns are fantastic. It is catchy as hell. It is sweet and it's sticking onto my head. It's my new favorite song of the week. Then that is followed with What It's All About, which is a soft, lush, string backed ballad. And it's really beautiful. Georgia provides some really beautiful, intimate vocals, and the production is very organic and laid back. And it sort of reminds me of Beach House in a way. Then we have Concrete Over Water, which is also a bit of a slow burn with some intimate vocals and quiet guitars. But lo and behold, unexpectedly, this track instrumentally has the grandiosity of a Julia Holter song because the track builds up to this very crazy, sharp, shrill, distorted chorus with gigantic hits of electronic. And we also have lyrics about being lonely. The lyrics all over this album are pretty surreal and abstract, but also pretty charismatic at the same time. Angst is the next track. It is a somber harp ballad. It's always interesting to see some harps incorporated into an art pop album. We get these twinkling melodies and it sounds really organic, sounds really quiet and raw, and I really like it. And the way Georgia's vocals are layered is very interesting as well. That being said, though, I don't think this track is that memorable or anything. Maybe it's because the melodies and the instrumentals are not as, I guess, special or anything. Then that we have the track Debra, where it starts off with dystopian, noisy synths, and then it again builds up to a very crazy climax of Hindustani flavored strings and very unhinged vocal performances, which I really love. It's just very hectic, it's very anxious and nervous, and I really like it. And there are several points on this track and also other tracks on the album that reminds me a lot of Sweet Trip and Matmos, like Sweet Trip and Matmos doing a collab or something. Anyways, that is followed with Glasgow, which is an acoustic ballad with some organic harps and beautiful guitars, and also these very lush Kate Bush-esque vocal performances. Then we have the track Lancaster Court, which is an emotional, quiet ballad with some weird percussion choices. And the track doesn't really build up to anything, so it doesn't really end off on a really strong note. But then The album completely flipped itself on its own head with the album ending 50/50 extended mix, which is the extended mix of 50/50, which is a banger ending. This track is a really weird and esoteric, glitchy IDM breakbeat club banger with these weird vocal bits here and there, like she's 50/50, and sort of layered and sprinkled all over the track. It's a banger. It's a really weird banger, but it is a banger. And it's also really different from the rest of the album. And it's placed really weirdly. And I don't know if I like that or not, but the track itself is awesome. And I'm just gonna leave it at that. This is a really weird and refreshing album. There are a lot of moments on this album that are very inaccessible and unconventional as far as modern pop music goes. But that's also exactly why I like this album a lot, and I think this is definitely one of the most interesting listens I've had all year. I'm giving the new Jockstrap album, I Love You Jennifer B, a decent 8 out of 10. So, have you listened to the new Jockstrap album from 1 to 10? Rate it, like, and subscribe if you want more. And thanks for watching.